I don't know. Anyway, welcome everybody to the podcast Legend Killers. We got John Ascaric.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Or should I say yes? Anyway, what's it called? I wanted to talk with everybody about one pay-per-view that took me a little while to get back into, but I'm glad I watched it because I was like, you know what? For my first pay-per-view back since fucking... What was the last pay-per-view I saw? Anyway, since my first pay-per-view back since actually giving a shit, it was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show. Where should we begin? Well, actually, never mind. Let's get to Seth Rollins versus Elias. I thought it was a pretty damn good match. Now I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw this, I did kind of have a little bit high expectations, and I don't know if it was just me going, if it was just me knowing the outcome already. I wasn't overly excited by it, but I thought it was still pretty damn good. Now, John, I know you really liked the match. It was your favorite. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about it, sir.
I thought it was a good match. People were pretty excited for the match, I think, because it had a hot crowd as well. People wanted, people were kind of they were doing, it's a good match when everybody's counting, for the pin. But they were counting on both sides. They they wanted someone to win. They didn't care if it was Elias or if they didn't care if it was Seth. It would have been good either way. And I did like that spot where Elias just kind of went off for a quick second, when he's pushes Seth into the pole and pushes him in the stairs, throws him in the ring, and then does an elbow. I was like, that was so good. I was definitely really excited by that point.
I love how Seth sold that elbow drop. I love how Seth is selling these days. I mean, I know he's always been a really good seller, but right now he's doing really freaking good. No pun intended.
He's doing really good in general. It's pretty good year for him.
Yeah, it really is. Speaking of pretty good year, we have the PLK year-end awards coming up in a couple of months. We will start the nominations, or the preliminary nominations. So do look forward to that. Anyway, back to the match itself. I really do like how it started slow-paced, especially because commentary, for the most part, I usually drown it out because it's always freaking obnoxious. But commentary here was pretty good. And I love that they covered the slow pace action, really saying that Seth needs to figure out his opponent first, because apparently this is the first time these two have faced off singles match wise. So I thought that was a pretty good attention to detail. I don't know, I liked it overall. Everything about this match screams match of the year. It was a good candidate, and I definitely do look forward to watching these two go at it again at some point in the future, because I'm pretty sure they will.
I just would add one thing, what they could have changed was the finish, because how Seth kind of stole the finish. I think Elias is kind of sitting there. I think he should have did something, attack him like he did the week before. If he was gonna go attack Seth, why didn't do it again?
Now that you mention it, I think that does make sense. Plus, he's a heel, so it really doesn't make sense for him to just sit there what the fuck? Because I get it, you're shocked, but I mean, Kevin Owens would do the same thing. Samoa Joe would do the same thing. What's the excuse for Elias? Speaking of shocked, Asuka also pissed me off in that regard. But we'll get to that later. Next, we have the women's Money in the Bank match. Or do you have any final thoughts about Seth and Elias?
No, I think they did a really good job, and I think they did a fantastic job. But I just would have did the little, maybe hit him with the guitar again, maybe continue the feud.
Okay, cool. I agree with that. Alrighty, so let's get to the women's Money in the Bank match here. I was pretty excited by this match, especially given the very first ever women's Royal Rumble match that they had. I mean, there was so much good attention to detail, so much continuity in that match. And, like, when I saw this, I was like, you know what? It definitely didn't overshadow the Royal Rumble, because, I mean, that was just amazing. But this definitely had a strong number 2. And I definitely think that they did a better job this year than last year. I really enjoyed all the standoffs and all the other things, you know. Like the Becky Lynch and Charlotte standoff, or the Charlotte and Sasha standoff, and you know, all these really cool spots. Naomi had a really good showing here, and I kind of forgot, like I really forgot just how good Naomi was. So like, thinking about it, I really hope that she eventually does get back in that title scene at some point down the line. John, what are your thoughts on this match?
I thought it was a good match. They had a lot of good spots that I liked, that, like, you know, normally don't see in women's matches. Which they pulled it all out. They were going all out. I thought it was a good match. You know, it was balanced. Everybody comes in and comes out, and there was a good couple standoffs and stuff. I really did like the match. It was better than you know, last year. Except kind of like the same kind of thing where Becky gets screwed over in the last second.
Yeah.
Again. Like, it's happened like 3 times now. Because there was 2 last year. Because of, like, the Ellsworth controversy.
Yeah.
And both times Becky got screwed over. And then this time again. So, they like teasing it to never happen. There's like,
basically,
this could be her.
but it won't be her. Yeah. I'll notice, like, Becky had a very big reaction here. I really liked that. I mean, just because I'm a Becky fan, for one. For two, it just, I don't know, it speaks to how well they have built her as a babyface, how well she connects with the fans. And be it intentional or not, they really made a potential top babyface in Becky Lynch, for sure. One thing I noticed about this match, this is more of a nitpick. Alexa did not do much in this match. Everybody had a big part, minus Alexa, if you don't count the finish. You know, she got on the ladder a couple times, but then again, so did everybody else. And that kind of bothered me, because it's like, okay, Alexa Bliss is going to win this match. Alright, cool. I can deal with that. Why are you gonna have her, you know, hide herself like for like 90% of the match? That's what I don't understand. Like, the only conclusion I could draw to it is that maybe they're trying to protect her in case she gets injured before her cashing in on Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. But in that sense, don't have her don't even have her in the match. Because it's like, this isn't ballet. This is okay, let me correct myself before I get ahead. This isn't ballet. This is sports entertainment, right? Let her have her do a couple more spots, or, you know what I mean? It's up to the wrestlers to do the match. Alexa should have done a little more, I think. You know, like I said, Becky had a couple of big spots. Ember Moon was a freaking war goddess in there, as a commentary called her. She loves war, and she went at it with everybody, except Alexa Bliss. But it's like, I don't understand. So, like, maybe, you know, she's a heel and she can hide out, but like even the heels gotta do a couple of big spots every now and again. And Alexa, for me, didn't really do much of that. So it's like her winning just, I don't know. That's my only like complaint throughout this match. Everything else, solid. Solid beyond belief. But yeah, I really did like the showcasing throughout this. Do you have any final thoughts, John?
No, it was good, and I agree with you on what you thought about the end. I do agree.
Thank you. Alrighty, so what was the next match on the card? I'm gonna be honest, I really don't remember.
Versus Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a damn thing about that match.
Like, okay. It's okay match.
I mean, all I remember is that Brian got him with the heel hook finish. And it's amazing because that finisher lasted pretty much a cup of coffee, because I haven't seen that move since. But because I don't remember a thing about that match. Do you remember any spots in particular that were good to you at all, or anything noteworthy?
Not really. It was mostly just Brian trying to get him in submission moves. I don't think it was like really intense or anything. We're just like, we're hyped because Brian won again. Which was not bad. And then Cass, I have to say goodbye the next day.
That was Big Cass's swan song. Damn. Says a lot.
Swan song or swanton?
Swan song. Basically, like his goodbye.
I know what you said. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, come on. And you tell me I have the bad jokes.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I will forever have the bad jokes. But that was just terrible. Alright. Anyway. Listen. I'm just kidding. Alright, so yeah, just let that sink in. That was Big Cass's very last match in WWE. And it says a lot when even Daniel Bryan can't get you excited for a match. I'm just saying. Alright, so next we have Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Now here, forget not being excited. This was just, I could not wait for this match to be over.
Same.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like Sami Zayn taking literally 100% of the offense and having almost none of it. Right? It was just...
He didn't get one hit in. It was like pointless.
It was literally
squashed. Like,
yeah.
Squashed upon squashed. Like,
yeah. Basically, I mean, I just...
Freaking fruit hit by a truck. And then a plane crashes on it. And then a nuke drops on that plane crashed on the fruit. And the world just cracked in half. And that's what happened.
I couldn't have said it better myself, to be perfectly honest with you. This was definitely the weakest match, I think. For Sammy to take so much offense in, and then like on top of that, like honestly, I just don't understand it. Like, it was just really bad. Like, Sammy did not look good in the least. I don't really think it did much for Bobby Lashley, considering the fact nobody freaking reacted to this. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it was a crap fest. And I hate to say that about a Sami Zayn match of all things, but I mean, Jesus Christ on a cracker, man. Like, how do you fuck up the idea of a Sami Zayn in a David versus Goliath type match, right? Because that's basically what that match was. Even though Sami's a heel, you could have just had like you could have had Sami work like a babyface just this once, just for the sake of getting Bobby Lashley over, right? And I don't know, they just failed to capitalize. They really failed here, and that's disappointing. Alright, next match of the night, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, and of their three... Or AG Styles, right, my bad.
AG sounds so stupid.
You're right. It only works with Sashi Banks. Alright.
That works.
No, okay, so, I thought of the three, I really enjoyed this match the most between the greatest Royal Rumble since sliced fucking bread and WrestleMania. I think this was definitely my favorite of the three. They had a pretty damn intense encounter. I don't know. John, what are your thoughts?
I liked the match. It was a good match. That finish was pretty good. With him just like give him a forearm on top of the table.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
pretty good. No, it was not nut shots this time. They just won. It was mostly just going all out, which was really good. I did like it. It was definitely their best match they've had, even though I think they could do better. But they had a good match though. They definitely put some thought in it.
Yeah, I'll definitely say the same. I don't know. This was definitely a lot more. This was definitely a lot more fun, exciting to watch, and that's not to knock on any of their other encounters. But if I'm gonna be perfectly honest here, I really enjoyed the WrestleMania encounter, but their match at I was about to say Great Balls of Fire, greatest Royal Rumble since sliced bread. I was put to sleep right in the middle of it. That's not a good sign. And then these guys killed it on this show here. I thought really damn good stuff. Shinsuke Nakamura's facial expression during the nut shot failure, I just laughed my ass off. I just couldn't believe it. Loved that part. The finish was great with the phenomenal forearm through the table. So yeah, pretty good match. Really enjoyed it. Solid match. All right. Any final thoughts?
No.
Cool.
It was a good match.
Cool. All right, let's go off in towards a new direction, and let's go into Carmella versus Asuka. Suki. Now, if anyone has ever listened to my podcast from 2016 or from 2015 all the way to 2015, you'll know just how much of a women's wrestling supporter I am, and just how big of a supporter I am of women's wrestling. Asuka and Carmella did absolutely nothing for me. I was absolutely disappointed by this match. I have almost no words for this match, to be honest with you. But John, go ahead and start off first.
What is there to say? The biggest part of the match was return of Ellsworth. But except, why was Asuka just staring at him for
Like,
instead of just kicking him or doing something or ignoring him? Like, why stare at him?
like that was just that was the biggest.
It was like so like it was just like
Even
annoying.
Carmella looked at Asuka like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like, why are you just staring? And it wasn't for like a second. It was like a minute. It was like 2 minutes. It was so long that it was just pointless. And then just one kick, and then she's dead. Just, it was. She turned into, winning for years without losing, and then to just losing like back to back.
And she just got to top it all off. She got distracted by one person. This is the same woman who literally fought off 3 women at once, right? The Iconics and fucking Nikki Cross, 3 of the most fucking resilient women on NXT TV ever. To fucking letting James Ellsworth just fucking cause you to lose. I don't know how you do it. I don't understand. And for her very first pinfall loss to be to Carmella? Look, I don't want to knock on Carmella, but that she was definitely not the right person to be her first pinfall loss towards. So yeah. And I was afraid of this happening, of this Pandora's box. Because if Asuka were to lose her streak, that means she's going to start losing fucking left and right. Or they're going to think it's okay for her to start losing left and right. I mean, the woman was undefeated for 2 years. You can't just have her going, becoming a jabroni, fucking, in like, just the drop of a hat. There's just no way.
But then losing so like cleanly,
Yeah,
like maybe like if it was like a kind of like stealing the win or something.
Like honestly,
sort of.
have the ref get knocked down by one of Asuka's hits. Fucking James Ellsworth comes out, and then Asuka hits her with the steel or Asuka gets hit with the steel chair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why that spot couldn't have been introduced just to protect Asuka.
Got kicked by like her terrible super kick that like doesn't even make a slap.
It was just, I don't know. The whole thing was just a mess.
Abysmal.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could have, I feel like I would have enjoyed it more had Asuka not lost in the way that she did. And then James Ellsworth, as much as I love the guy, him coming back for her to stare that fucking long, and then for her to be like even almost terrified, like I don't even understand that part. She's like, no, like what is that? Like, why is she scared?
It can't be another Asuka. I'm terrified.
I don't understand. It was just, I don't know, man. Again, I really don't know. So, I do hope that this means something new between these two, or a different direction. But Asuka needs some fixing. Carmella and James, as much as I praise them, I think they were definitely not the right couple to defeat Asuka the way that they did. Alright, so any final thoughts on this?
Huh?
Any final thoughts on this match before we go?
No, it's just pretty terrible.
Alright, cool. So now let's go to Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. Alright.
Should we go to Jinder and Roman Reigns?
Oh shit! I forgot that was even a match. I'm gonna be honest. I skipped that match. So if you want to talk about it, you totally feel free. You have the floor.
Oh, it was such a great match that I loved it. It was like the crowd was just not for that match. The crowd just hated that match. They were doing the wave. They were booing. They were chanting Rusev Day. They were chanting Y2J. They were just chanting anything but them. I was just mostly paying attention to the crowd the whole time because of them doing the wave. But it was like it went so long though too. It felt it was like unnecessarily long.
See, that's why I didn't want to watch this match, because I'm gonna be honest, everything all together, like this is like the epitome of why I don't like watching wrestling these days sometimes. Because first of all, we have a shitty crowd, or a crowd with a shitty attitude towards a match, right? That they don't even give it a chance. And that's not saying that I fucking blame them. That's just saying, like, yeah, it is what it is. Roman Reigns and fucking Jinder Mahal, two fucking wrestlers who, one of them who fucking gave some of the worst title matches for 6 months fucking straight. And then the other one who has been getting these types of reactions, fucking boring chants, Rusev Day, all the other types of chants for fucking 4 pay-per-views straight. And then they think, what did they expect to accomplish here? That's my question, right? On what planet is somebody going to go one or the other towards two people they don't care about? I fucking knew this was going to happen. So, yeah, I definitely was not interested in this match. On top of that, I did not expect this match to be that good. I wasn't clamoring to watch Jinder Mahal and Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns, even though he has had some really good matches, he's also had some pretty bad ones. Jinder Mahal, I have yet to be like, oh my god, what a great Jinder Mahal match. Even his match with AJ Styles was not like, oh my god, amazing. So, I was definitely not up for this match. And it's amazing how I had so much to say and I didn't even watch this fucking match. Sorry. That's the Eduardo rant of the day. Alright, so let's get into where were we at? Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I mentioned, you guys will know I'm a big women's wrestling supporter. This match also did nothing for me. I did not clamor to see Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. With that being said, to my delight, this was a pretty damn good match. I really enjoyed it. Look, I liked that it was a little bit slow pace. I like that Nia Jax did have a little bit of offense in here. And I do like how physical it was between these two. Ronda Rousey, I think, look, I get the impression that Ronda Rousey was gassed throughout this match. And if she wasn't, then I gotta say, pretty damn good selling on Ronda Rousey's part. John, what are your thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. Like, I did like it. I was expecting Nia to like get cream, but she held herself, which is great. I'm glad that, you know, that she did like power moves and stuff and stuff like that, which was good. And then Ronda doing the submission moves.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was pretty good.
I really enjoyed it myself. I I don't know. I think it really did a good job in making Nia Jax look really freaking good, without making Ronda look really weak. So, you know, as long as you could do something like that, can't really complain here. These two had me entertained throughout the majority of this match. Yeah, good stuff altogether. All right. So next we had Alexa Bliss interfere in the match, cause a disqualification, viciously attack Ronda and Nia, and then yeah, she cashed in. Thank God the ref didn't take forever to just ask Ronda to fucking cash in the Money in the Bank is what I was trying to say. I mean that Carmella cash-in will always leave a scar on me now, because that was just, oh my god, that was unnecessarily long. I don't know, what were your thoughts on Alexa cashing in? Or
I don't know. I really don't.
And what about like, okay, actually I forgot to ask this. So what did you think of Alexa Bliss being the winner of the Money in the Bank?
I don't think she should have been the winner. She was just had the title for like a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long they're gonna keep it on her, for another year again or something.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, like the way I see it is, Alexa had this title for literally so long. Somebody else needs a chance, you know? Like at a time where we were literally getting away from those give X wrestler a chance hashtag, this would honestly be one of those times to be like, give somebody a chance. Give fucking, I don't know, give anyone a chance. Fuck it. So for Alexa to be champion again, I mean, I don't really care, but I do feel like somebody else could be on top right now. Oh boy, my voice is giving out here. Look, I think, yeah, I don't know, I don't really have anything else. Do you have any final thoughts, John?
No.
Okay.
No.
Alrighty. Alright, so let's get to the Money in the Bank here, or the Money in the Bank match itself, with the men. Just like Alexa Bliss, Braun Strowman didn't really have much. I think commentary even made note of that themselves. But at least here, Braun had more to do than Alexa. That's what I could say about Braun. I enjoyed it. I thought these men put on a pretty good show here. The one thing I did like was that out of everybody who couldn't really get any offense on Rusev or on Strowman, Samoa Joe was the guy to like literally be there, who looked so like badass up against Braun Strowman. I really like that. John, your thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. I don't think Braun should have won. Since, you know, if he's so big and bad and lift semis with a, you know, no problem, but can't beat Brock Lesnar, is pretty stupid. I think anybody could have won. And then it started with this like Kevin Owens Braun feud of like poor KO just getting thrown off a ladder. And then there's Braun that doesn't even take a bump. We got like ladders kind of tossed on him. He got like legit like one tossed on him. The others were just blocked by that one ladder. So they didn't even like really hit him. They just kind of like put pressure on him.
Or they landed on his leg, you know.
Ow.
Didn't...
That kind of hurts. And then there's Kevin Owens flying like 20 feet
or
to the ground.
Kofi Kingston taking a choke slam on the ladders.
I know.
Which, by the way,
it was a good match.
Uh-huh.
But it was like so focused on Braun.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. There's
because everybody was ganging up on him. But then, like, you know, I get that. But then that means it was so focused on him, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
The only one that kind of actually focused on the briefcase was The Miz.
Honestly, and The Miz did a really good job. I love The Miz's facial expression throughout this match. Like, he looked I loved it when Braun broke the ladder and The Miz just had that comedic stare on his face. It was amazing. That was probably the only part of Braun Strowman that I actually enjoyed. And it wasn't even it didn't even have anything to do with Braun. It had to do with The Miz. But go on, John. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Huh?
I didn't mean to cut you off.
That was about it. Like,
oh, okay.
You know, I liked how I think it would have been kind of cool if Miz would have stole that win though. From everybody focusing on Braun.
Yeah.
You know, better than Monster in the Bank. I hate how they say that every damn week now.
I can't stand it myself. Honestly,
it's for Michael Cole to say it every week.
Just like his "It's boss time" every time Sasha comes out.
It's the big dog.
Roman Reigns. Like, honestly, the only way I would enjoy that is if Michael Cole would start saying "Wolf, Wolf" after he goes the big dog. But just so I could start laughing or something. Fuck, I can't listen to that. Now I am so glad I learned to drown out commentary, because I could not stand the commentary here. I just completely ignored them. And like, because from the part that I did listen to, it was just constant bickering or Michael Cole fucking up a word and then them laughing at him. It was just terrible. I don't know. It was just this manufactured fun that they were having, you know. And I say fun, even though you can't see me, I'm saying fun in air quotes, because I honestly don't feel like they were legitimately like having fun here. But anyway, the one thing I wanted to say here about Braun Strowman winning, he didn't need it, but I feel like now I understand why, given the Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman storyline. I feel like they're going to do a double turn here, because if you think about this storyline, all Kevin Owens wanted to do was just be Braun Strowman's friend, right? And Money in the Bank has this goddamn curse on everybody. And maybe it's the whole money is the root of all evil concept or something. But every person who's won Money in the Bank has turned heel right after winning it, or at least slowly turned into it. CM Punk, after a babyface streak of like 6 years, turned heel. Anyway, point being, I feel like that's what they're doing here, and I feel like that's what's going on, because Kevin Owens does not literally does not deserve this. And I feel like people are going to catch on to this on a weekly basis, that Braun Strowman is bullying Kevin Owens, and eventually, you know, that's what's going on here. Now, could I be wrong? Fuck yes, because it's WWE. But I'm giving the benefit of the doubt here and saying that maybe something is planned here in the works. I personally just feel like you could do the double turn between Braun and Kevin without having Braun win the Money in the Bank and still accomplish the same results. I don't know. if it were up to me, I would have had either Bobby Roode win or have Kofi Kingston win, because that crowd was hot for Kofi Kingston, and I mean hot. I was surprised to see at the reaction he had, the Kofi chants, it was just, yeah, they were popping for him left and right today, or at Money in the Bank. So, yeah, that's pretty much my piece on the whole match itself. I do like Finn Balor's part throughout this match. He really did bust his ass here. I think he took a lot of damage, took a lot of spots. The Miz did great acting as usual. Yeah, I just I don't know. Overall, I liked the matches. Didn't really like the results. That's my thoughts on WrestleMania. John, what are your WrestleMania? Sorry, Money in the Bank. What are your final thoughts on this?
I think a lot of like Kofi and stuff and Miz did a great job. But the monster has to take his place, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the reality of it is they really probably only just wanted to have him win just so that they could say that every week. Monster in the Bank. Monster in the Bank.
Next week, love story.
Yeah.
Between both holders.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just glad this pay-per-view's over with. Shit, when is Extreme Rules? Next Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Want to do some quick predictions?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into it then. Alright, just give me a second, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't look up the card here. Extreme Rules 2018. Let's see. Alright, so we got okay, so we got, you know what, I'm just gonna go off what I know, because this website's not working. So we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. Who do you have, John?
I really don't know. Maybe just Jeff to retaining.
Yeah, I feel like it could go either way, to be honest with you. I'm gonna put my money on Shinsuke. I don't know. I just see Jeff as a transitional champ. So next we have Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. Who you got?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a match.
I didn't even know that was a match.
Maybe Finn Balor, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll say the same. Finn Balor. Okay, so let's see. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I'm going Alexa here.
Yeah, I see Alexa winning.
Alright, the Leader of Worlds versus the B Team. I don't know. They've been booking the B Team to be pretty strong here. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Leader of Worlds. I feel like they're just gonna be there to kind of supplement the Leader of Worlds, make them look good, and then their push is over. Could be wrong. What about you?
Yeah, I don't see them winning. I see the Leaders of the World is winning. I don't see them pushing it.
Yeah. Who you got on the Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No?
I don't know about this one.
I don't know, cause
Team Hell No.
Yeah, I don't know either. I feel like, okay, I could see them winning it for like a token run, and then Kane going off to be mayor. again. I don't know. I feel like if they would win it, it would probably not last longer than like 1 or 2 months. So I don't know. I'm gonna go maybe Team Hell No. All right. Next we got Carmella and Asuka. I think Asuka should win this, but I don't know. I see her losing again.
I see you're losing again as well.
And honestly,
like something stupid's gonna happen, or a count out or something.
Yeah, like they're gonna make her lose every possible way. Yeah, she's probably gonna lose by count out. Like she already lost by pinfall. She lost by submission. What else is next, right? Yeah, I'm going Carmella, sadly. Alright, who else? Before we get to the big matches. Oh wow, no Universal title match. That was not surprising to me. Okay, so we have Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. I don't know who to go for here. I could see going to Bobby Lashley, but I feel like Roman Reigns would win. Bullet to the head? I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley. I just have a gut feeling. I'm just gonna go with my gut here. What about you, John?
Wait, so it's Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
I feel like Roman might win.
So you're going Roman?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Oh yeah. Okay, this should be a good match. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, Intercontinental Championship, Iron Man.
Wait, what?
The Iron Man match with Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental.
I don't know. I think.
Yeah. Did I say Roman Reigns the first time?
Win.
I feel like I did.
I think Ziggler's gonna win.
Yeah, I feel like, look, I want, like for the type of match that this is, the Iron Man, this is definitely a match that screams Seth Rollins should win. Because, I mean, look at the performance he had a couple months back with the hour and 55 minutes, or however long it was. You know, for him to go 30 minutes, this should be really nothing for him, I think. But I feel like Dolph Ziggler will win for Seth to challenge for the Universal title. So, yeah, I'm going Dolph here. I'm going Dolph. Alright, last but not least, AJ Styles versus Rusev. Rusev's been hot, but so is AJ. John, who you got?
Wait, what? What match?
AJ Styles versus Rusev.
Oh, Rusev. Oh, I see AJ winning. I don't see Rusev winning. As much as I think I would love him to, but I don't think he will win.
Yeah, I would say the same. I just don't. I just feel like it's not likely. You know, it's the same thing with Dolph Ziggler when he won the chance to for the WWE title. He was basically there to put over Dean Ambrose.
I saw that match.
Huh?
I saw that match.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
But like, the match.
But like, yeah, it's like you kind of knew Dolph wasn't winning. Here, I feel like it's the same case. But hey, as they say, if Jinder Mahal can do it, why the fuck can't Rusev? Anyway,
it would be a shock. I think people would like that shock.
I would certainly like it.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So I'm going AJ here, and that's pretty much the entire card here. Alrighty. Cool. So alrighty, so that's gonna conclude our podcast. Well, not yet, because we Do we have any buy or sells of the week?
I knew it.
Did you prepare anything or no?
Buy a burrito or a taco?
Okay, I'm gonna sell on the burrito and I'm gonna buy on the taco.
Oh, okay.
Alright, cool.
Sounds good.
Fucking shit. Alright, I have a buy or sell. Buy or sell. Finn Balor winning Money in the Bank and challenging Brock Lesnar, or Seth Rollins winning losing the Intercontinental title and challenging Brock Lesnar for the Universal title.
So either Finn or Seth?
Yeah.
But does it both have Braun cashing in and ruining it?
No, because Finn wins the Money in the Bank. Oh, well. Alright, Money in the Bank passed, so that makes no sense. Alright, fuck it. Finn challenging Brock for the Universal title, or Seth. And if you want to add in Braun Strowman, then you know what? You let your imagination run wild with it.
I just want to see Braun. I don't know. I think Finn Balor should. He's been MIA in the title picture for so long.
True.
I think he should have a shot.
Yeah. Plus, I think he should finally get that Universal rematch just for fuck's sake, because it's like, fuck, dude.
Or I would buy a triple threat.
Ooh. All right. You just broke the rules, but I like it. I'm just kidding. All right. Cool. So that's our buy or sell of the week. Finn or Seth Rollins challenging for the Universal title. Personally, I'm going to buy on Finn too. I kind of want to see that myself. All right. So, with that being said, let's go towards our last segment, match recommendation of the week. John, who you got? What you got?
I'll give you the honor of going first.
Okay, cool. So, thank you, John, for that. Okay, so yesterday, I was looking up some potential candidates for Match of the Year nominations.
No, I'll go now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Alright, since we've been talking about Asuka, I think we should put Asuka versus Ember Moon from NXT TakeOver, which I thought was a pretty good match.
That was a pretty damn good match. Yes, I love it. Alright, well, you know what? Since we were doing this, actually, I've already given that recommendation from NXT TakeOver. I was gonna switch my first pick to Hideo Itami and Aleister Black at NXT TakeOver, but you know what? I'm gonna flip-flop back like a Nia Jax heel and face turn, and I'm gonna go with Austin Aries versus Kenny King at Best in the World. Pretty damn good match. Think you'll enjoy it. Alrighty. So with that being said, do we have any final things we want to address to the audience?
Just have a good day.
Have a very good Rusev Day. Or Lana Day. Whichever one you celebrate. Or a new day. I don't know.
A new day is always a Rusev Day.
Alright. Cool. Goodbye, everybody.